Jealousy is kind of my theme of the topic. So when you look at jealousy, people always think the grass is greener on the other side, the green-eyed monster, or you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. And so jealousy is different than envy because there's three different parties in it, two parties, and then someone that is feeling jealous or some sort of thing. So I chose to look at how jealousy can affect relationships and like the success of that. So in order to do so, I read Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy and Othello by William Shakespeare. In each of these books, I realized that each character had some sort of jealousy and it manifested in different ways. This quote, "Oh, beware, my lord, of jealousy, it is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on," is from Othello. And this is where you get the color green from that's associated with jealousy. Before this, jealousy was often associated with the color yellow. And then throughout the books, jealousy manifested in different ways. And I found that it was mirrored in this pictures by Edvard Munch. He painted 11 different versions of this painting called Jealousy. And the thing that was the same between all of them was you had someone in the foreground and then a man and a woman in the background. And the man in the foreground is often feeling jealous. That's like who's portraying it. In this painting, I felt that it mirrored the feeling of jealousy that is shown in Anna Karenina. Anna Karenina is cheating on her husband, Alexei Karenin, with Count Vronsky. And this kind of like shows like Alexei Karenin knew that they were cheating and he had to just sit there and let it happen. And then in Othello, jealousy is kind of, or like the feeling of jealousy is brought in by Iago, I think is how you pronounce it. He is one of Othello's like most trusted people, and he plants this seed in Othello's mind that his wife Desdemona is cheating on him. So that kind of showed like he was just sitting and waiting for that to happen and Othello to like believe in it. In each book that I read, there was this moment where the main character had a moral compass check where they kind of stared at jealousy in the eyes and then they let it like consume them. And then, I know this is really cheesy, but in Bride Wars, it kind of mirrors the feeling of jealousy where these two girls are best friends and they want to have the perfect wedding that they can have. And they let their wedding get in the way and ruin their friendship. But in the end, they decide not to let the jealousy consume them like they did in Anna Karenina and Othello. And I found that the key to that was that you don't, you can't let the jealousy consume you. You have to realize like you're jealous, that's a human thing. Like humans always end up being jealous because they want more or they want what they can't have. And in order to not let the jealousy consume you and like have failed relationships, you have to realize that you're human. There's things that you're not always going to be able to get, and so that's kind of what I realized. And then back to the green-eyed monster, you're always going to have to stare at jealousy. But the way you handle it can affect your relationships. Like I've seen successful relationships that have gone through a lot of jealousy, and then unsuccessful relationships as well.
Thank you.